Send me away via subspace. Beam me a message from home. Cast me a hello in hollow. Tell me I'm not all alone. The corridors are narrow and the rations miss the mark as we fly like Xeno's arrow past the sparkles in the dark. I think of home and what I miss is picnics in the park. So send me away via subspace. Tap me a line or two, because though we grow distantly, relativistically, I'm coming home to you.
Howdy. Okay, guys, sorry, I was just finishing my lunch real quick, getting the tweets sent out. Thank you, everybody, for coming out today. We are playing on Hermitcraft's Project Ozone server, and then we're going to do a little bit of vanilla in a bit. Looking around here, first things first, we got our lava in our tank. It took forever. Welcome, Karis. Also, excuse me. Let me mute real quick while I cough. Let's see. Welcome, Helbrith. Welcome, Oslin. Welcome, Tim. Welcome, Allison. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Thomas, Victor. Glad to have all you guys. Thank you for being patient while I got set up. The modded Minecraft takes longer to set up than normal Minecraft, so I start streaming a little bit ahead of when I normally would, which some people apparently don't like how long it took, so I'll make a note of that and I'll do better. So, is this going to burn me? Okay, next problem. So anyway, now that we've got all of this, oh, how do we get the pebbles? We're gonna need to get a bunch more pebbles, and then get a bunch of gravel, and then run the gravel through the flint sieve, I think. So, here we go. How much pebbles do we have? 26? That seems low. Seems like there should have been more than that. Okay, welcome everybody. I hope you enjoyed the pre-presentation music written by myself, performed by my brother Sean Hills. You know, I've realized, because this series actually has a spaceship in it, maybe I could use that theme song for this series, too. Welcome, Jadzia, and welcome, Collie. I am on my lunch break, Collie. I have a studio near my day job, and I get to come down here for about 40 minutes in the middle of the day and do all my recording, and then I edit at night. So yeah, everything you see on my channel basically gets recorded on my lunch break. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to switch to recording mode, turn off that setting up stream and now notice, because that's obnoxious. Hit start recording. Okay. So. Dang it. Why is this other computer getting so loud? There's literally nothing going on. All I needed this for was to pull up a poem that I have to read at the end of the episode, and now it's overheating and making loud fan noises, which is going to ruin the episode. So, we'll open up Evernote on this computer. Do we even have it? Of course not. Dang it. Yay, computers are terrible, and I'm unhappy whenever I'm working with one. New window. Evernote. Why do they make it so hard to log in to Evernote on their page? Like, they're like, hey, here's where you get an account, here's where you do this. It's like, I don't want to sign up. Everything's stupid about computers. Anyway. So, the thing is, Martin, even if your headphones aren't picking them up, I can tell the microphone is. So, there we go. Okay, so I have that set up now. Great. Hey there, little fire. Thank you for lighting up this tank and filling it with lava. But as we saw in our quest log, we actually can't claim this until we get, you know, a bucket. I started thinking, like, how am I going to get a bucket? Well, it turns out that if I turn a bunch of these into cobblestones or whatever, I can actually make ultra-dense cobblestones. And then I can hit the ultra-dense cobblestones with the hammer to save hammer endurance, right? So, let's just do that. Boom. Now we got, like, ultra-dense gravel or something, right? Can the ultra-dense gravel go through the sieve? No. I think we have to uncompress it. So we get 9 gravel now. But we can put that there. Oh, it looks like all of the sieves work with gravel. Originally, I thought only the flint sieve would work with the gravel. Oh, and I have to have an open hand when I click this, or it seems like I don't get anything back out. Gold ore piece. No, I got nothing back out. Maybe it's silk. Maybe the silk sieve just can't get you anything with gravel. Maybe I've just wasted a bunch of gravel for no reason. So that's good to know. So we'll use the flint one. Got some coal out of that. What I really need is more iron ore chunks. I've got one of those in here somewhere. Not that. Dang it, where did my iron ore chunk go? Well, that's already going to be a problem. Pebble. Well, now I'm just unhappy. I don't have extra storage for my orage. So, grass seeds, pumpkin seeds, sugarcane, diorite, granite, stone, andesite. Is it in my inventory here somewhere that I'm missing? Oh, iron ore piece, 3. Okay, great. So I need way more than what I've got here. Let's go ahead and put the compressed cobblestone back down and vein miner this. So now we have an extra 20, we're up to 18 gravel. So we're just going to feed this gravel into here and hopefully get more compressed iron pieces out of it, or more compressed gold, just whatever. I don't know if you can make a bucket out of gold, but that seems like it would be wasteful if so. So we're just going to feed these in. Now, I know technically if I created another flint screen, let's see, gold ore piece, we're up to 7 iron ore pieces. That's actually really good. You know what I should do is, let's put that iron ore piece over here so we can keep a track of that counter. There we go. Lapis lazuli. Hey, I'll take it. In fact, I'll take it and I'll put it over here. Hey, we got some silver ore pieces as well. That's kind of nice. Let's go ahead and put some of the things that we know we're not going to get out of here into there. Boom. No need for you, crook. Okay. And keep going. Alright, 12 iron ore pieces. Now, I believe we can just craft these into iron ore chunks, which we can put into our iron ore furnace, and hopefully get 3 iron ingots back out, if I read that properly. If I read that incorrectly, then who knows what we'll get back. Oh, hey, it is an iron ingot. Gonna cut this in post-production. Okay, well, I figured I'd throw some logs in here to take advantage of the leftover heat, but now that we have 3 iron ingots, why don't we head this way, create ourselves a nice little bucket, gather that. The lava generation! We did it! Let's see where that is. That was here. Pick the last loot chest, claim, and I think we're going to open this up and see what we got. I don't want to accidentally open up the lava bucket. Let's put the lava bucket in here. That would be the opposite of helpful. I got a slime charm. That's a good reward. Now, if I hover over that with the shift, slimes can't see you with it. That might be helpful in some cases. Apparently, I have to make a charm belt in order to actually use these. Leather, Enderman charm fragments. Huh. Well, these are interesting. Okay, well, anyway, this has been our short introduction to the Lava Generation, a quest in Project Ozone Light, played on the Hermit Skies server beneath a Hermit Sky, or above a Hermit Sky, within a Hermit Sky. There's Hermit Skies everywhere, it's touching you. Oh no, I'm scared. Creepy. Anyway, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Okay, stop recording. Sorry about that cough, didn't catch it in time. I've tried to use OBS's button to mute, and it does not work. Like, it's got a thing where it's like, press to mute, but it won't unmute properly. So, sorry. Okay, so there we were. Now, let's go ahead and quickly research what we're going to do in our next episode. We can go faster crucible processing. Oh, I don't have any of those blocks. That's an insane people thing. Iron mesh. I can just make a fancier mesh. Now that I can get iron, that's not a crazy one. Cobblestone generator. That sounds amazing. Can output to an inventory above or a hopper below. Oh man. I think our next episode will be about cobblestone generator. Let me see what it takes to actually make one of those. Cobblestone generator. There are 5 tiers. It looks like I need glass, cobblestone, a water bucket, and a, oh. That's cool. Does that require fuel or something? Okay. So, yeah, I think we're going to do that in our next Hermit Skies episode. But for right now, it's 12:25. What I need to do is switch over to Hermitcraft. Also, I'd like to point out, $10 came in from... I'm blanking on the name. I'm bad at this. It came in yesterday, outside of normal hours, so I didn't read the announcement during the stream. But $10 came in toward keeping the next Hermit Skies episode ad-free. So the way this works is if we don't hit the $40 target, like, the next one will be the next one after we hit 40 every time. That's just kind of how that's going to go. So realistically, not every episode will be ad-free, because we're unlikely to raise $40 every day. But, see activity... From Laura G. Yes, thank you, Laura G, for the $10. There was no note attached, but thank you very much. So, anyway, let's go ahead and open up primary Minecraft. We're going to switch to my big face camera. Oh no, it's terrible. Worst face. Okay, so closing out the Twitch launcher, opening the other launcher now. No fuel, just runs. That's great. Okay. Play. Also, welcome Aced. Welcome anyone else who's come in. Kason. Everybody. Anybody else who popped in since we got started. So the way it works is when I turn off the camera, I'm doing like YouTube recording, and so I'm not acknowledging people, but then when I'm done with that, I turn the camera back on and say hello. And then we gotta switch Minecraft over to Minecraft 10.12 in OBS. Yeah, there we are. Okay, so... Hey Griffin, glad to have you back. Okay. So, here is our progress. I'm probably going to switch to recording mode pretty quick, because I did some work on this last night. And I'm also going to do a movie review. Hey, we just got $10 from our favorite Karis Sophia as well. So let's see if there's a note there. Karis Sophia for Hermit Skies episode. So that's going to increase that to 20 out of 40. Thank you, Karis, so much. YouTube has been flagging a lot of my videos for review, and that means I don't get ad revenue from them. So, yeah, this is really great. Okay. Victor writes, do you like Mumbo Jumbo's Hermitcraft base? I do. It's cool. It's not for me. It's for him. And for you. I have no idea how much sand is, or how much actual fire is left in any of these. Okay. I think these are all almost about to run out, though, based on my recollections from previous evenings. Dang it, Bone. Get out of here. Oh, actually, I might need you later, but that's fine. Yeah, it looks like most of these have actually burned out. Okay, welcome, Paper Kid. Oh, you'd be surprised, Dane. You'd be surprised. Why don't I prank anyone this season? Because I don't have any prank ideas yet. I'm working on some. But, okay. So I think we're going to come back to here. Okay. Let's see, how do we want to frame this? Proper Kid, I'm playing on the Hermitcraft Vanilla Minecraft server. And it's an invite-only server for people who make videos and stuff. So, I'm working on this, but I'm trying to figure out the best way to frame this when I start, or when I resume the footage. Because I think that I had mined out this side here. I'm going to be out of food soon, too. Okay. Face cam off. Start recording. Well, this is definitely more open. I've also... As happy as I am with mining this side out, you know, we can't stop there. I started mining out this side as well. So we've got a much more open, teardrop-shaped overall experience here, which I think is going to have a lot of value. Now, one thing I was thinking was I should incorporate elements from within Red Sky Bay into the walls here. So what I'm doing in this segment is I'm putting in panes of 8x8 square pieces of glass, comparable to the ones in the Red Sky Bay sign. I'm thinking maybe on this side I'll do something kind of more like how we do the walls of the death house, with maybe some crazy wallpaper color terracotta or something. Not sure exactly. I was thinking for this back wall here, though, I want to do the gray from like the castle, from like the walls outside of Castle Ravenloft with the gray concrete powder there or something. Still trying to figure out exactly how I want to do it. Trying to work out exactly how I want to pull these squares that I've got generally in place here across and into the ceiling. I figure when I do, though, I'll pull these netherrack bricks up and out like into here to make like a cross grid, possibly at an upward angle, and then add red glass to that as well. So, if you guys have any thoughts on any of this, definitely leave a comment with your thoughts. Right now, I'm thinking I'm going to leave the netherrack on the other side of the glass here, but also I'd be open to the idea of putting weird stuff back there too down the line. I like this because it lets me have something I want to do now, or that I want to have look good now, but then it'll look better later. So, anyway, next thing we need to do. In my last episode, or one of my recent episodes, I used a whole bunch of light blue dye to make the blue glass here. Did not get enough light blue dye, and I realized I didn't actually have any footage of me explaining where I got all those orchids from. So I learned a new trick that I'm going to share with you guys today. So, we are going to hop out here with our... Oh no, it's not time. We're going to hop right back in here. Ooh, every part of this was a bad idea. Immediate regret. There's going to be a time skip here. Karis says, this is like an airport terminal with local art. Very true. Also, Dane, thank you for the $10 as well toward the upcoming Hermit Skies ad-free episode. I appreciate it. So, let's see, poisoned potatoes there. I'm running so low on food. I need to just probably cook some chickens, although this egg is not going to be a chicken in time. Whoa, come on. Why is that happening? Yeah, I am the only one online right now. Okay. So... we can just grab a little bit of wheat here, but that's not going to feed me. Whoops, why am I doing that? Dang it, baby chicken. You are insufficiently grown for my purposes. Here we go. Great. So hopefully that'll kind of hold me over. I really need to have a better long-term food plan, I'm realizing. But, like, when I'm not in these chunks long enough for stuff to grow, then it becomes a problem. Okay. I know there's more chickens here. Hello. Found you. Okay, other sheep, you're going to want to get away from that guy. And that guy. Great. Okay. 8 chickens. That should be enough to justify this. I'm doing well, Doctor. Thank you. Mumbo has infinite fish. Probably a good idea to go cook some of those. Okay. So, let's go ahead and... I'm gonna hope that I have at least 1 coal somewhere in my base. That would be really smart of me to have that. Okay, running down here now. Come on, furnaces. None of you have 1 coal in them. Boo, worst furnaces. This is the fortune pick. I feel like I probably have some random places where I've left coal in the walls, so I could just grab it as an element of convenience. This is not an episode about mining, so I don't want to go all the way down here and be mine crazy. Do I have any torches also? That would be helpful. Whoops. Wrong. How hard is it to find coal in Minecraft? What is this? Come on. Really? There should be like veins of coal everywhere. That's like a big part of the game, is how prolific coal is. This is... I feel like I normally can't... I'm finding gold before I'm finding coal. Come on. Make charcoal. Excellent suggestion, but I am low on wood as well. Resource gathering is a continuous... This is the problem with only having 40 minutes to record every day, is I don't have time to actually gather a bunch of resources. So I'm always behind on that. Dang it. Come on. I'm all the way over here. I still haven't found any coal. Dang it. Do I have those buckets on me? Yeah, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go get a bucket full of lava to cook chicken with. That's how we're handling this. Diorite, leaving you behind. Can't I do the grindy things at home? Well, that's a good question. It's difficult because right now my wife is away this week, and so I'm on the hook to do a lot more stuff around the house. Make Friday chill resource gathering stream. Maybe, but then we'd be out an extra episode a week. I try to do some grindy stuff at home, but like I do the stuff that I think of doing. Like I did all that digging at home, but it didn't occur to me that I was going to be out of chicken or out of coal, or like I knew I was low on trees, but I didn't realize how bad it was. Guys, going to Mumbo's base slows me down way more than this, believe me. Mumbo's base is like super laggy and dangerous and full of things that will kill me. Okay. Raw chicken. Next problem. Okay, so let's go ahead and shelve some of this for now. And some of this. Is there extra gold ore anywhere in here? Because I'm going to be able to cook a lot of it. I might throw this extra cobblestone in there once that's done. Welcome Ivo, welcome Joe Pro, welcome Tyrion the Zombie, welcome Gabriel Chung, welcome Lynx. Ah, thank you for the follow, Declan. Okay. This is probably enough chicken to get on our way, but then... What PC do I use? I built my own from parts. And I did that in 2012. I'm trying to hold off until 2018 to replace it, if possible, because it's definitely on its last legs, but when I built it, it was top of the line, and I've gotten 5.5 years out of it. So if I could just get another month or two and like wait until the next round of processors come out, that would be awesome. Okay, so dang it. Having turned night into day, we will fly past our drive-in movie theater and nibble a little bit on this chicken snack, then find ourselves a nice little patch of swamp. Now some of you guys are probably saying, Joe, what do you need a swamp for? Well, swamps have the ability to grow blue orchids, as you can see here, with only bone meal. So like I can just like run around this swampy area here, get a ton of these blue orchid flowers, and then harvest them to be able to make all the dyes I need for my crazy thing. Now, I don't want to do this when Tango's online because, you know, he might be spoiled if he sees me doing all this blue orchid stuff. He'll be like, oh no, I know what Joe Hills is doing in his next video now. And, you know, some people really don't like spoilers. Also, I watched a movie last night while I did some of the digging. My wife is out of town, and she doesn't normally really like to watch horror movies, so we don't watch a ton of them, but Get Out was added to HBO recently, so I watched that, and it was really good. I'm not going to go into spoilers, definitely not a kid-friendly movie, but a really interesting one. It's written by a comedian, it's written by a comedian and directed by one, and he is good at timing. And being good at timing makes him good at horror as well. So, yeah. Let's see. So, anyway, I would recommend that if you are looking for a fun horror movie. It's actually got a lot of jokes in it, which I liked. Didn't take itself too seriously. Okay, so we are going to gather. We're going to need so much of this stuff. Honestly, it kind of makes sense to just run through here and go, well, we're out now. So, well, that was the maximum extent to which we could continue to do that. So we're just going to grab all these. And the sun is setting once more. So, in order to avoid the terrors of the night, let's go ahead and fly back toward our base. Luckily, now that we got this extra portal over by the fly-in movie theater here, we don't have to head all the way back to the waterfall. Although we do, like, give ourselves concussions if we smack into it too hard. So let's not do that again. Whoops. Okay, and now that we're back here, take those blue orchids, turn them all into dye, and we are well on our way to generating all the light blue glass we're going to need. Where did I put that workshop bench? Boom. So yeah, let's see. So it's going to take some time to dig all this out. I'm trying to think what else is going on with me, or what else might be going on with you. I don't know if you guys have started doing your Christmas decorations yet, but we just got our Christmas tree in on Friday. In America, it's traditional to do that sort of thing no earlier than the Friday after Thanksgiving. But since my wife was leaving for her work trip, it made sense for us to get on that ahead of time, or as early as possible, basically. So we've got the whole tree set up, and we've got those lights that have a switch where you can switch them between being multicolored or being like a warm, glowing, like candlelight. So of course my wife and I prefer the beautiful, warm, glowing candlelight, and my daughter knows where the switch is and loves switching it to multicolored because she says it's a lot prettier. Yeah, and we're clearly not going to win that one. Also, this year is the first year that my daughter is really paying attention to where the ornaments go. So in the past, like all the little daycare ornaments and stuff that my daughter would make, my wife would always kind of put on the back of the tree where you can't really see them, but like my daughter would like to play like with her trains and stuff on that part of the tree, and then she'd get to see them and it would make her happy. This year, no. My daughter's like, these need to go where everyone can see them. So it's kind of one of those things where passing the torch generationally in terms of Christmas trees. Howdy, Cub. How's it going? Yeah, because my wife has always been, like back when before we lived together, she would do her own Christmas tree with her roommate, and they would, I say with her roommate would always come home and be like, oh, Marion did the tree, looks awesome again, obviously. But yeah, it was, so she's got a very particular way she likes Christmas trees to be done, and everyone else is going to have to deal with it. You know, I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking I actually screwed this up. These edge case pieces here should not be the blue glass. I need to empty these out, because those are going to have to be the colors of the large panes that are going to go in the grid. So this one, for example, and then these two need to be pulled. Okay, cool. So now that we got that taken care of, yeah, there's just so much to do to get something this size kind of locked down. It's kind of one of those projects where it's like, I want to do as much of it as I can off camera, but because I only have so many hours in the day to record, you know, got to do what I can on camera as well. But yeah, do you guys have any Christmas traditions or interest in stuff you do every year for the holidays? I'm trying to think. Like, we do the Christmas tree. Usually I set up a Duplo train around the tree, but I'm hoping next year my daughter might be big enough for us to get a real Lego train, although those are, like, not cheap. So that's kind of one of those things. Like, with the Duplo train, it's like, oh, this is nice, she can play with this year-round. But with the Lego train, it's like, oh, this is serious. This is a real thing. So I'm kind of more on the fence about maybe when she's much older. So we haven't actually set up the Duplo train this year yet, but it's kind of nice because she can do her own little Christmas village or whatever with the Duplos, and she can't break anything valuable, which is always helpful, you know, when you're dealing with children. So, or even if she breaks her Duplo train, like tracks or whatever, she could rebuild the tracks, you know. It's good. So I thought about doing something more complicated for this floor here, and I tried out, like, I thought about, like, maybe having some sort of crosshatch pattern or something like that, but no matter how I looked at it, just having a plain blue simple thing here is basically a tint layer that's going to shift the hue of whatever we put below it, and so far, I haven't really done anything down underneath here, but I'm planning on coming in with more of this kind of wool, but I think at the distance it's going to be from here. It'll be a very different visual experience, although that's pure conjecture. Now, I do want to run, I set up a little narrow backdoor tunnel here, so I could get underneath this. Oh, and that's where those ghost blocks were that were plaguing my dreams, haunting my days. Yep, so I can just kind of come through here. If I hit that, will that actually, yeah, that will start breaking, so I can't look straight up with this. That's unfortunate. Although if I go down a layer, then I can look straight up and hit these. So that's nice. But yeah, I figure I'll just kind of come through here, try not to get lavaed, maybe eat some chicken, keep digging this out. Time skip. Yeah, sorry guys, this is kind of a directionless narration video. Hey, welcome Melissa. Stop recording for a second, switch back to face cam. Okay, so I've got 5 minutes to dig out a ton of this and call it an episode, which is not as much time as I would normally like to have, but honestly it took so long to just dig out the stuff above ground yesterday. Like, this is just a massive project, it turns out. Okay, so how did I fall down here? So the easiest thing is probably just going to be to mine like this, where I just stay at eye level, basically, and run through. Because then I don't break the floor as much. And then once I've got like a path cleared in general, I can start doing the looking straight up thing. So I can come through here like this. Am I sure I want to do vanilla and modded simultaneously? That's an excellent question, Karis. The big thing was that I needed to finish out that particular modded episode because it was very close to being done. Ideally, I'd put them on different days in the long term. And once, now this weekend, I'm going to be at a programming conference, so I can't really record at all, which is going to hurt me too. So I'm just trying to stay ahead of what I can at this point. But yeah, everything's kind of off this week because my wife's gone this week, and then this weekend I'm gone. So, I mean, I'm technically in town because WordCamp Nashville is, or WordCamp US is being held in Nashville this year, but it's like I'm going to be busy from like 7:30 in the morning until 8 o'clock at night, and I'll probably be exhausted, so yeah, it's going to be interesting, but ideally, I'd love to record a bunch of Minecraft, a bunch of the modded segments. I think what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to break the modded segments into shorter videos as well. So like the lava generation thing will only be about 7 minutes long, but with modded, people tend to want something more modular so they can just Google the particular problem they're trying to solve. And so that's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, so we're going to need to pick some of that up. Okay. So ideally, yeah, what I would do is I would record for... I would record several modded episodes one day, and then one Hermitcraft episode a day the other days. And I do need a step here or I can't get out. But I'm trying to figure out what's the best thing. Yep, this is a Hermitcraft, what do you call this? Oh, I need to reflect Dane's donation. Sorry, Dane. $30 out of 40. Awesome. I'm worried this Hermitcraft episode's going to turn out to be super short because I've done so much off camera, but honestly what I've done is basically so simple, just a lot of it. I feel like it's kind of unimpressive visually. I don't know, it's hard to tell because I've been looking at this so much. But, okay. So we can kind of come back through here. Whoops, dang it. Well, never getting that back. My daughter is 4.5. So we need to go up to here with this. And actually, all of this that's mined out, I need to get glass on so we don't have gas spawn, now that I'm thinking about it. Time is going to be tight on this, because we got to record a poem, because Karis is now our 4th poem donor for the month of November. So I need to get that. I didn't actually have an extra haiku ready, because I thought, oh, I've got 3 haikus, and I've got 3 poem donors, so November will be haiku month. But now, I've got to figure something else out. Luckily, I do have another poem ready, but okay. We'll just get these in here real quick. What's going to go under the glass? An ocean of wool. Okay, so there we go. This is probably ready to switch to facecam off mode. Start recording. Mute. Unmute done coffin. Okay. I wish I had more time to see this through this episode, but unfortunately, I've got to get going. Look at this so far, though. Well, let's not even apologize for that. Hopefully this just isn't too short an episode. Okay. There is still so much more left to do, but you know what? I'm really happy with the progress we've made today. We glassed in a good portion of this. We've got what we need to glass in a good portion more. We have dug out this part here, and we thought a little bit about what we want to do with the floor. Make sure to leave comments if you have suggestions, or if you have any questions. But you know what? One thing before we go, I do have a 4th poetry level sponsor this month. Brand new poetry level sponsor on the Patreon, Karis Sophia. So, in lieu of a mid-roll ad on this video, I will now read a poem. Let's find a good place to sit for the poem. I haven't figured out yet where I like to film things in this space. Like, usually, I'll have this is not it. This is not it. Okay. Oh no, now guests couldn't spawn here. Okay, so this has gotten away from us. Quickly, to the glass floor, before the guests. Okay. Like many of my poems, this next piece doesn't actually have a title. But you know what? Oh, also we're out of haikus. So I thought I was only going to have 3 poems this month to read. But so I picked like, oh, I've got 3 haikus? Read those. Nope. Anyway, so this is yet another untitled poem by Joe Hills. I've never seen the Pacific. I was in town there once, just near it, with you back east, but never walked the last few miles to the shore. Then, tonight, when you called from your hotel room window facing west, your afternoon sun not set, glancing blind and light into your camera sharply, but softly reflecting from the sea to your glowing face, I saw what I was missing all along. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Okay, so that is... Stop recording, face cam back on. There we go. And so we have got to mine out more of that. Is this the fortune one? We need to switch those. I'm almost thinking what I should do is I'll start recording the next one right here. I'm just gonna start recording the next one. Oh, thank you guys for the nice comments. I'm glad you liked the poem. Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. And if you've been keeping up, you know that we are working on our nether hub. We've got pieces we want to put in here. We got pieces we want to put in there. We got a floor we got to rip out. We got to scream and shout as we pull this nether rack down. We got to boil it into stone to make walls, to make grids. But you know what? This isn't Home Alone, and I'm not a little kid. Though this is the holiday season, there is no reason to panic. Do not adjust your TV sets. This is just about as cool as it gets. Welcome to Joe Hill's Nether Hub building, mining, block placing spectacular. I don't know what the spectacle will be yet because I still don't know what it's going to look like, but that's half the fun. So, hope you guys are ready to buckle in and hang out. Time skip! So then, yeah, what I'll do is I'll record some more of that. I'll do some digging on this overnight, and then when I record tomorrow, I'll hopefully be ready with most of this already glassed in. And then I can start working on the floor, gathering wool, doing some sheep stuff, getting the water looking right. A lot of pieces of this. Gotta sort them all out. But anyway, until next time, stream, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Bye.